cannot hear anything.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, it's a really big day today for us. We are about to enter into a very grand event. Thanks to our viewers for joining us live on all our networks, on our Facebook Live, on Twitter, and all our social media handles, those who are joining us. Like I said, really big afternoon for us today. Phoebe, are you excited?
I am very excited and also quite nervous because, I don't know, I can imagine how everyone else is feeling right now. The
Yes.
participants, the competitors, it must be wild.
Yeah, I can feel the tension myself, even though I'm not part of those going to
True.
be part of this event, really. So today's a big day. We are about to announce the winners of the Youth Innovation Challenge here at the Yota building here in Accra. Good afternoon to everybody, our participants joining virtually. Good afternoon from wherever you are in the country, on the continent, in the globe. Welcome to this wonderful event. Can we just hear you? If you can actually hear us, can we hear you?
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. If everybody can hear you, welcome again to the live event. We're really glad that you took part in this particular challenge, and we're about to go into the very key details of today's event. My name is Nathan Analem.
And I'm Priscilla Ofebian-Ponta.
Yes, and we are going to be here to guide you through today's event. The focus is not on us, even though the camera is all on us. The focus is on you as participants who have put together some really wonderful ideas. So, like I said, we're just going to guide you through this particular event. And please be excited, be nervous. That's all good.
All right. So, as you all know, we're here to announce the winners of the Youth Innovation Challenge. I'm sure you're all very excited and on tenterhooks. So, I'd like us to go right in, okay? And we're going to introduce one man who works at Yota. He's the digital engagement lead, and he's going to give us, a brief overview of the entire challenge and, what it entailed. So, yes, I'd like us all to welcome Mr. Maxwell Frimpong to the stage right now.
Hello, Maxwell.
Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you so much. Hello, good afternoon, guys. We've been with you throughout this journey for quite a long time. I believe you all have, seen me before in our previous, virtual sessions that we had. So today is all about African Youth Partnership and the Youth Innovation Challenge that we've been through since July this year. I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what the African Youth Partnership is about and what the Youth Innovation Challenge actually entails. We've been through quite a lot of activities that we all have to appreciate our effort. We all have to understand how the zeal that we have in contributing to the COVID-19 recovery that we're doing in the continent. The Youth Innovation Challenge is an activity of the African Youth Partnership for Equitable Recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. We, together with the Restless Development in the East Africa and with the funding support from Ford Foundation, we initiated this project somewhere in April to actually give young Africans the opportunity to showcase their leadership skills in the COVID-19 recovery within the continent. So we realized that quite a lot of young Africans, you know, in Africa, about 65% of young Africans that we have here are eager to actually have their voices heard by the policy makers. So we built this project to actually give them that platform that they can also have their voices heard. So we put together all the activities, and through that we came up with what we call National Youth Task Teams. So the National Youth Task Teams are actually located in the 10 countries within the African countries that are part of the African Youth Partnership Project. So they are actually churning out policies that they can actually share with the government in their various countries. And I must say that they've all been quite successful in the implementation of the activities. We have the Ghana Youth Tax Team's petition campaign that they are running, which on the period poverty, we have 20% luxury tax levied on menstrual products, which is really a huge, hurdle for average young Ghanaian to bear. So they are running a petition, and that petition has received close to 10,000, signatories, which is amazing. They pushed that to a street campaign, which was also successful. We have quite a similar activity that went on in Liberia, which is also one of the countries that we formed the Youth Tax Team. They were also able to push for the recent passage of the drug law in the country through their advocacy activities in the context of the African Youth Partnership. So indeed, we've done quite a lot, and we are still pushing. We are still giving the young African the opportunity to do a lot, to also showcase their leadership skills in this recovery agenda in the continent. So what actually pushed us to introduce the Youth Innovation Challenge? The Youth Innovation Challenge was actually created with a summary budget of $20,000. So this $20,000 was to just provide funding support to the innovative ideas that young Africans from 4 West African countries, that's Ghana, Liberia, Gambia, and Nigeria, can put forward to help in the COVID-19 pandemic recovery agenda in their countries. And indeed, when we started, somewhere in July, we started with a call for applications, and we received up to 1,327 applications from these 4 countries. In fact, it had to take us some, painstaking time in, shortlisting these 1,327 applicants to the number that we felt that we can actually work with. In fact, all the 1,327 applications we received had quite interesting, innovative ideas, but we ended up shortlisting to 24. So the 24 that we shortlisted actually entered into a round session, which my colleagues will give you more briefing on going forward. So in terms of the country statistics, as you can see, we have quite interesting figures that you can see here. So we received a total of 1,327 applications, and in Ghana we had 207. That in Gambia we had 3 applications, and in Liberia we had 73. We had 73 applications. In Nigeria, that actually topped the list. We received 950 applications from them. These gave us a tedious time to, go through each of the applications. It took us some time for us to come up with a decision of the 24 people. So indeed, we've really done well. And how did we came up with the winners as we are coming to announce today? The winners were actually sorted based on some criteria. We had some judging criteria that we set up for that. And these judging criteria include the fit to scope, how the idea that or the solution that they presented will fit to the context of their contribution to the COVID-19 pandemic. And the value proposition, once you are presenting an idea, a solution to resolve a challenge, it needs to have a value because people are actually going to place premium on it. So you need to position yourself in a way that we can feel that the idea that you presented can actually give you value for money. And we had a business model. The business model that you present needs to actually conform or be in sync with the agenda of the challenge. The sustainability, how are you going to sustain it? Is the project or the idea that you presented, is it sustainable? Is it going to last for 10, 20 years? Feasibility, is it even possible for you to get this thing run, the idea that you have? Creativity, human-centered, scalability, and the value for money. So these 9 criteria were set to actually evaluate all the applications that we received before we ended up with this. I think this is a great opportunity for the young Africans, and you are not just going to benefit from whatever cash reward that we're going to give you as a startup fund, but it's also you're going to be connected to quite a lot of innovative things. We have, curated tools that we have actually built that you're going to benefit, business development and coaching, services that we're going to offer you to benefit from whilst you grow as an entrepreneur. I believe today we will see the greatest of all the innovations that we received, and we are going to be proud of them. And we confidently believe that for the kind of business development, support, the coaching, training that we've given to you all, I believe you can make all your ideas feasible. Thank you, and we look forward to doing it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Maxwell. Thank you for that wonderful submission around the entire program that we've had. Phoebe, just listening to Maxwell, you could see that this has been a very rigorous exercise.
Very
right?
rigorous. I can, for one, say that the judges were very meticulous in their selections. So I'm sure the ones that will come up as the winners really do deserve it.
Yeah, and even just listening to some of the data points that were used to assess the applications, you can see that these were clearly not just applications for the sake of applications.
Very
but
well thought out.
Exactly,
Very
well thought out,
Yeah.
wanting to actually affect the human race after the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see some of the projects that are going to be
Me too.
winners. Yeah.
Very, very excited.
Okay.
And
great.
I'm going to be, picking up from where Maxwell left off. So after the selection of the 24 participants, okay, can we please have, a projection of that? Okay, so out of our 1,327 applications, they were shortlisted to 24, and 6 of them were from Ghana, 3 from Gambia, 3 from Liberia, and 12 from Nigeria. 6 of them were females and 18 males. Okay, so I'd like to explain how this shortlist came about, but I think Maxwell has done, a very good job of doing that. Yeah. So this number further reduced to 17, which we can see in our next slide. Okay, yes. And I think this is a part for you, because you're going to explain more. I think this is where they had some sort of training.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, so just like Maxwell said, and what Phoebe has beautifully summarized. So once we had shortlisted from the 1,327 applicants, we came out with 24 applicants who went through the rigorous screening, and this was further whittled down to another 17. And the only way that happened was that we had to further, let the participants go through some type of engagement. So we had the business development meetup where we brought all the participants from all the four countries that are
Yes,
displayed here
yes.
together.
Together.
They sort of had a tete-a-tete, started the business entrepreneurship
Yeah.
side of things, the business development side, where we actually provided coaching and created the opportunity for them to be able to network and, provide some insightful technical assistance.
And I think that was very necessary because it would be quite strange to, put a bunch of people to a task without actually equipping them. So I think this was a very important stage
Yeah.
in the challenge.
Yes, so
If you
basically,
agree.
like you said, brought these young entrepreneurs, young minds, young ideators together to sort of like develop their business ideas, share, and we also put them through a paid Udemy course session, right, where they had certain topics around entrepreneurship and how to start a business. They also looked at how they can even introduce sustainability in the modern day era into their businesses.
Which is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was also where we allowed them to go through the sessions of vetting up their startup ideas, because basically not all startup ideas are going to be ideas we want to fly with, right?
Exactly.
So there was vetting, and this vetting allowed for us to look at those who were really bringing out, to like sort of, smoothing the rough edges
And
of
I
the
think it
diamonds
really
that were
did a
found,
good
yeah.
job because eventually the 24 came down to 17, which kind of, sieved those who were capable of, undertaking the task.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as we stand, we are going to announce the winners from the 17 participants who have gone through this particular rigorous, first from the judges going through the 1,327 applications, the whittling down of that number to 24, and then the further cascading that number down to 17.
Wow,
We are
what a
going to
journey.
now have 4 West African region winners. So it means that if you get to this stage, you know that you put in a lot of hard yards, you put in a lot of hard sweat, and you are going to be a worthy winner of whatever $5,000. I wish I could take that home with
Definitely,
me.
yeah.
Right?
I mean, I wish I were the one getting that money, but yeah, unfortunately.
Yes. At this point, we would break and take a statement from our partners. Maxwell had already mentioned that we are being supported. This project is being funded by the Ford Foundation. It's also being implemented in 10 African countries, 4 of which Yota is delivering, and then we have 6 of the other countries that is being delivered by Restless Development.
yeah.
So at this point, we will take some messages from our partners, and then we can come back to unveil or unbox the winners of this particular event.
Okay, so we'd like to call on Mr. Dabesaki. Okay, he's the Senior Programs Manager in the West African Office of Ford Foundation, right here. So Mr. Dabesaki, it's a real big honor to have you here with us today. In case you have, a few words for us, a few words for our competitors, we'd like to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thanks to Emmanuel and the team for inviting us to offer a few words. Good morning and afternoon, evening to everybody, depending on where you are. I think, for me, it's just to really say congratulations to both Yota and to all the participants that have participated in the competition and got to this stage of the process. As we know, COVID has been a really challenging global health concern for most of us and most of our countries, and many of our countries were basically shut down economically over the past, especially in 2020 and at some point in 2021. And this, was a major challenge for young people in terms of economic opportunities, in terms of education, in terms of access to healthcare service delivery. So for us, it's really important that young people are centered in all of the efforts towards economic recovery in our respective countries. And so the innovation challenge that Yota has put in place is a really important part of that process of centering the voices of young people and getting young people to be part of the process of thinking about how our countries can come out of the social, economic, and political challenges that have occurred as a result of the pandemic. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about the ideas that have been shared Can everyone hear me? It seems like there's a problem with hearing me. Can you hear me clearly? Okay. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about the ideas that have been shared, with through this process, and especially the finalists, in the challenge. And really looking forward to how each of your ideas are implemented in your respective countries. I think maybe one thing that I would say is that the fact that a particular idea does not receive a prize, to me does not mean that it's a bad idea. And so in that sense, if there are other opportunities to fundraise, to pursue those ideas, provided that you are convinced that they're good ideas that are worth pursuing, I think that you should definitely do so. So just to say that the fact that your idea is not awarded today does not mean that it's not a valuable idea. I think all of the ideas that young people are bringing to the table, we should pay attention to them, because they are in some sense an articulation of the aspirations of young people. And the way to include the voices of young people would be to recognize, and pay attention to these ideas that are being put forward. So once again, congratulations to YOTA and to all of the young people who have participated in the process, and really looking forward to hearing more about these ideas through the event this morning. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you so much, Davisaki. Thank you for those thoughts. And just to pick up from one important line is that if you don't actually eventually come up as a winner of the fund or getting a piece of the fund, it doesn't necessarily mean that your idea wasn't a great idea. It means that you can still kick on with some of those ideas.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. So at this juncture, we would just want to review some of the ideas that we have on there, and then we can look at some of the very interesting concepts that young people provided.
Yeah, and
Some
I
of the
must say
young
they were
concepts, yeah.
very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, they were great. A lot of wonderful ideas that were in there. So we're going to view just a few, sample out some of the innovations that we saw during the Youth Innovation Challenge.
So let's take a look at our first innovative mind. So this one is from Obasi Okechukwu Kingsley. He's from Nigeria, and his idea was in the sector of digitalization, AI, and emerging technologies, health and well-being, including vaccines. Okay, so Obasi's idea is Antec. Antec is actually the company that he's under. So Antec is developing a software for the digitization of immunization and vaccination records on a database using blockchain technology.
Wow.
Wow, that's actually very digital.
Wow. Especially in the age where we're all trying to ensure that every single person gets vaccinated.
Yes,
This looks like
this would make tracking so easy.
Exactly. It could tell you from wherever you are in the African region that this person maybe has had a vaccine or something.
Yeah, so we know the ones to target.
Exactly, yeah. Really
It
good
makes
idea.
perfect sense. Very good idea. So I think you'd, take care of the second one.
Okay, so we have another idea which look to tackle the sector of energy and industry, health and well-being, including vaccines as well. Of course, we've talked about the Youth Innovation Challenge being something to help us bounce back from the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
So this solution was actually proposed by Patience Jibodi Alifo, who is from Ghana. And for her, it's an idea to help us find a clean and ideal solution to meet the ever-increasing cooking demand of the developing world. So in our part of the world where a lot of charcoal is being produced and all of that, Equinox's Venture Limited seeks to introduce ethanol as a more viable option without the dangerous, expensive and hazardous use of kerosene, especially now, and especially in Ghana here where fuel prices are going really high. Kerosene prices too are shooting up as well. So how can we replace that with replace kerosene, wood and charcoal? Sounds like a really, really, really good
Sounds
idea.
like an ingenious idea, honestly. And I think that it's something that, should be taken up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let's see if she makes it.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so This one is by Mayowa Lawrence Ekun Dayo. Okay, so he's from the Post Agvest Solutions Limited, and his idea is in the innovation and entrepreneurship sector. So Thomas Snack is dehydrated tomato slices made with a blend of seasonings for a crunchy, tart, and intense feel. It provides on-the-go daily nutritional requirements for living a healthy life.
Sounds yummy.
Sounds really yummy. Like, I don't know, I don't think I'm a very big fan of tomatoes, like raw tomato, but I think I'll definitely want to try this.
Yeah, it looks like already a tasty dish.
Yeah.
Should be made for us to,
To try.
Yeah.
Maybe someday we'll try it. Thomas Snack. Sounds good. Okay.
Yes, and then we have another idea which also is in the sector of innovation and entrepreneurship. And this is from Edem Awusi, who runs Ideas Farm. And he wants to transform access to finance to allow entrepreneurs start and grow their businesses while assisting investors to deploy capital to drive inclusive market-based solutions to grow businesses and to create employment opportunities for young people in post-pandemic job creation efforts. Of course, we've all sort of like complained about how the struggle for jobs has emerged because people have lost jobs during the post-COVID era, and even during COVID, people were losing jobs. And now,
just last week, okay, I saw 4 posts on Twitter,
Yeah.
and it was about 4 businesses that were actually going out of business
Wow.
because of the effects of the COVID-19.
Yeah, so it looks like Edem's idea is to try and bounce back the creation of jobs, get people into jobs, create opportunities for young people. To sort of like get a very viable source of income where they
stand
can
on their feet. I think
really
it's
good.
a very
Another good.
plausible idea. Okay, so moving on to the next. This one is by Ismail Ajagbe from Mesura Health. Okay, so he's a Nigerian, and his idea is that we are building the Uber for preventive health care, a decentralized service that connects users and preventive healthcare caregivers, within exact locations for continuous and convenient preventive healthcare solutions.
Interesting. The Uber for health.
The
right?
Uber for healthcare.
Imagine going on your smartphone, right?
Yeah.
And
It's
rather
like
than ordering a ride, you're looking at how you
the
can
nearest.
caregiver.
Exactly. It
It
actually
sounds
sounds really
creative,
chic.
yeah.
Very creative. And I think it's very convenient.
So you can just go on your phone and and then
And that's
the
it. It just
caregiver is
the
at
nearest
your
one pops
doorstep.
up, and you can
Wow.
go check your blood pressure.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a brilliant idea.
Very brilliant. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we also have a beautiful idea that comes from Ayeni Charles Adida, runs Deliver, and it's also in the digitization and AI technology sector. It's looking at how it can also deal with mobility and transport. So Deliver is a mobile app that helps people and businesses send and receive goods safely and on time. Time, they say, is money, right?
It is. And I think we should all try to save time.
Exactly. So
Saving money, saving time.
Charles is telling us that he has a mobile application that could help us receive our goods on time. Have you ever had an encounter with a delivery guy who tells you, I'm here, I'm there, and then you're...
See, I don't want to go there. It has always been a very trying experience.
Yeah.
Delivery system in Ghana is generally, not the best. But I think that with this, we can actually have, a more effective way of getting our goods, delivered.
Great. So another
safely.
very interesting idea from Charles.
Yes. Okay, so from Alaji in Do. Okay, he's Gambian, he's from Gambia, and he's part of the Inspiring Young Stars. So STEMterprise will produce a wide range of vegetables, fruits, and herbs focused on addressing local food insecurity and providing easy access for local residents to affordable, healthy, green, fresh food.
Wow.
What do you think?
That's a great idea. I think
Yeah.
all the ideas we've just been looking at, it just tells you how much thought process has gone to, ideating some of these solutions, because they are tackling everyday problems that we encounter.
Everyday problems.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite a wide range of problems. It's not just, geared
One
towards one sector.
That's true.
And that's really marvelous.
Yeah.
That's really marvelous.
Okay, so we also have Edward S. Miawe from Liberia, and his innovation is looking to improve or make a contribution to the agriculture and fisheries and create employment as well. So his idea is the Jungle Bees Product Service Center envisions a large-scale honeybee production center connected with the distribution centers across Liberia to stimulate youth employment and empower local farmers. Again, honey is something that we all enjoy.
We all love honey.
Yeah, we all
you know,
love
the
honey.
funny thing is that I've never actually had any sort of deep thoughts as to how we get honey. I mean, I know we do have honey farms.
Yeah.
I know we do have them, but I don't know. I don't think they have a lot of representation in media.
Yeah.
Because I barely see any. And I think
And I think this is what Edward has looked at. Probably
Yeah.
sees that he could use this as an opportunity to let people be aware of how much goes into the production, especially at a large scale of honey.
And that would
Yeah.
definitely create more employment, which is
Yes.
what we need.
Exactly,
Yeah.
especially in this COVID era, yeah. Okay, at this point, I know a lot of you are eagerly anticipating the big announcement.
Even I am. And I'm not one of the competitors, but I'm actually very
I can
excited.
assure you, you're not taking away any $5,000.
I'm not taking away $5,000. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's now time for the big announcement. I believe that a lot of our competitors, if I can call it that way, people taking part in this program, are itching to know whether their ideas have actually been selected for funding. Yeah, and again, to re-echo what Dabi Saki said a few minutes ago about if you do not get the award or the fund, it does not necessarily mean that your idea wasn't a good idea.
Not at
Remember that it got selected from 1,337.
Yes, 37.
Yeah,
1,000.
and then it whittled down to 24, whittled down to 17, and so it means that you've come out a very rigorous process, and you should be proud of that. Yeah, so at this point, we're going to make the very big announcement. Please, fingers crossed, if you're online, if you're watching us physically in the house, because we have a few people here, my fingers are crossed, and toes actually are crossed. We're about to make the big announcement to the competitors.
You know, I'd actually ask them to guess, but I'm sure they are too nervous. So, yeah.
Okay, so can we have the big one at the first winner?
Okay. So, she's from Ghana.
Wow. So our first winner,
By this is definitely by no order. Everyone is a winner. No one is, necessarily first or last. But we're mentioning her first down.
so if Patience is here, our first winner is introducing ethanol as a more viable option without the dangerous, expensive, and hazardous kerosene, wood, and charcoal. Patience Jigbodi Alifo is from EcoNexus Ventures Limited in Ghana, is a winner of a $5,000 fund or cash award. Can we please give it up?
Wow. Wow.
Patience, if you're here, maybe you could just turn on your camera. Let's see you. See that big smile on your face if you're here with us online. Patience, please unmute and let's hear you. I'm sure you're giggling and laughing by now, so let's see you. Yes.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
I was expected. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
So Patience is our first winner. It's in no order actually, please. But Patience, congratulations and really, really good job with the pitch here.
Right. Okay, so we're going to move on to our second winner. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, so he's from Liberia, and he came up with the idea of large-scale honeybee production center connected with distribution centers across Liberia. Now, I'm sure if you know him, you probably know who brought up this idea. So let's give it up for Edward S. Miawe. He's our second winner, yes, for the Youth Innovation Challenge. He goes on with $5,000 US.
Edward, if you're with us, can we see you? Just see you, see how big the smile is. Edward, if you're here. Yes, I can see the huge smile on Edward's face.
I think you're muted. Can you please unmute your microphone?
Unfortunately, we can hear you, Edward, but we can see you're trying to talk. We can see you are excited, and real congratulations, Edward. A very big congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Okay, can we see our third awardee? If we can see the third person. And we have from Gambia, Alaji Ndo, from Inspiring Young Stars. He's a winner of the Youth Innovation Challenge for the Republic of Gambia. And his idea was focused on producing a wide range of vegetables, fruits, and herbs, focused on addressing the local food insecurity challenge. He's a winner of $4,000 US. And Alaji, if you're here, can we see the big smile for your award? Really good job. Congratulations, Alaji Indo. If you're here, can we see you? Yes, with a big wave. Congratulations, Alaji.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, and then we have our fourth winner.
Yes. Our last and final winner. Okay. So I'm sure this is where all the tension has built up to. I think I want to stretch the tension. What do you think?
Oh,
I should, you know,
maybe you should
have
put them
some
out, put
tea
them
on.
out.
Yeah, I should put them out of there. Okay, so for our last and final winner, they're from the Antec group. Okay, so it's Obasi Okechukwu Kingsley and Omuruan Laura Idose. So, hello Obasi and Laura, you are our last winners. Congratulations. You go home with $5,000 US. And we're very proud of you. Hello.
Yes.
Hello, I'm happy.
Yes, that's really good. Congratulations, Obasi. Congratulations,
Thank you
Laura.
so
If
much.
is Laura here with you? If we can see her too.
No, she passed.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So you pass our congratulatory
Thank you
message
so much.
to Laura. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'll contact her now.
All right. Really good. Really good. Congratulations to our winners. We're going to have a few of our winners give us their remarks. Especially those with very good connection. Unfortunately, I don't know if Edward has been able to sort out his network, but if he can, we're going to call our leaders in no particular order. Patience, if you could just come back online and give us just a few remarks about how you feel about this particular award.
And thank you so much for the opportunity. Myself, my team, and I are so happy, and we are looking forward to expand ethanol fuel in Ghana, especially how prices of LPG gas is rising rapidly, and also how household air pollution is causing that. Currently, we are having the COP27 in Egypt, and there's been discussion on how we could actually expand the capacity of clean cooking fuel in Africa. And winning this award is really going to help Econex Ventures to scale up, to produce more, and also to reach rural communities especially. Thank you so much, and I look forward to an exciting time with you later.
Wow. It's the smile on her face for me.
Yes, it's a smile. She's taking home $5,000. That's a $5,000 smile right there.
Yeah.
Right. Congratulations, Patience. Congratulations to you and your team. Okay.
So we're going to hear from the next person.
Has Edward been able to sort out his sound? Edward, can we hear you?
I'm not so sure. I think he's trying to. Okay.
Sorry, Edward, we cannot hear you.
Okay. So we're moving on to Indo. Hello, Indo. Are you online? Can you please, give us a few remarks? How do you feel? How do you feel after this big announcement?
Ndo Alaji, If you can unmute and maybe
Please,
turn on your
yeah.
camera so we can see. We love the smiles actually. So if you can turn on your camera so we
Thank you very much. I'm just excited. I really cannot express myself. The joy is too much. And I have just informed my team about it. And everyone is happy to hear this. It's been a dream, really. And we definitely go a long way in ensuring that we implement our project in the best way that we can. And really, I cannot say much right now. Really emotional. Thank you.
Endo wants to cry. I can see a tear in there. You want to
Yeah.
cry? It's your hard work that's paid off. Real congratulations. We hope this $4,000 goes a long way to support your very creative idea, your very innovative idea, and hopefully in a few months to come we'll see the good things you're doing for the people of Gambia with your idea. Yeah, congratulations once again.
Congratulations.
The last group we want to hear from, I don't know if Laura is back from class, but can we hear Obasi and Laura? They can just tell us how they feel. Yes, Obasi, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. So it was not an easy experience. I was really doubting at first. How can my idea be able to like scale through the 1,000 people? Initially, when we applied, I was writing a professional exam then. So Laura was holding it up. So after I finished my exams, I came back. That was when they sent second stage thing that we should start the whole process again. So I was having a doubt like, how can I be able to like, scale this stuff up? And I see me now, I'm happy and proud of myself. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Appreciate
Thank you
everybody.
too.
It was like a dream come true. Like a dream come true. I can't believe that it's me. I really like. I'm so happy. I can't contain my joy. Hey God. I was jumping when I saw my name. I was jumping.
There you go, Basi. You need to pass our congratulations to Laura.
Definitely.
Yes, thank you so much. So is it recorded?
Pardon?
Like the Zoom call, the Zoom meeting is recorded, so I can be able to like, she can be able to see it. Maybe I'll try to download it.
Yes, it's been recorded.
Yes, it's being recorded.
Okay.
And
Thank you
actually,
so
you
much.
can go to our social media handles, the Yota social media handles, and should find the video there, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you too for putting in the hard yards. Congratulations and enjoy the fruit of your labor in terms of how you're going to use this $5,000 to scale your project to the next level. At this point, we would want to again reiterate our very heartfelt thanks to all the 1,327 participants who put through the applications, and those of you who made it to the final stage. I know ideally you would have wanted to walk home with a cash award, but there can usually only be one winner. In this case, we have 4 out of 17, so more or less one winner. But your ideas are great, and we look forward to seeing more innovation.
Has been a journey. It has been a journey. So congratulations to all those who won. You really do deserve it.
Okay. At this point, we're just about to wrap up our event, and we're going to call Gideon to come in and give us the closing remarks for this particular event. Gideon, please, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. I think it is in order that I join the MC Nathan and Labisaki to chorus congratulations to the 4 winners, Kingsley and his team, Patience, Endao, and Edward. As they have already mentioned, you are the eventual winners. Your hard work has actually paid off. This award could not have come at any better time than now, especially now that economies all over the world are reeling under the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. And to get 5,000 United States choppable dollars to expand or start your project, it's not a joke. And which is why anytime we rise from our bed, we cannot stop but thank our funding partner, Ford Foundation. We are so grateful to you, Ford Foundation, for seeing reason and giving meaning to the lives of these young people of Africa. Restless Development is one of our partners. We are also grateful to you, Restless Development. And then our own YOTA, Youth Opportunity and Transformation in Africa. We are so grateful to you. Thank you so much for putting together this beautiful award scheme, and which is going to go a long way to support our young people. All those who join us via Zoom, we are so grateful. Maxwell and his team, so thank you to the MCs Nathan and Presla for doing a great job. We would like to express gratitude to you for spending time and working on the project. If those about 1,300 other applicants whose applications did not go through, did not make it to the final 17, we know you are winners in your own way. Thank you so much for spending that time to submit your applications. Like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said, let this award show that indeed the African, when supported, is capable to manage his own affairs. This money is not supposed to let you increase your feeding budget. No. If you are eating 10 cedis a day, it doesn't mean that because you have $5,000, you are going to increase it from 10 cedis to 50 cedis. No. It is to support you, enhance your business operations. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a good day. See you again.
Thank you, Gideon. Thank you, everyone, for joining. At this point, we've come to the end of a very wonderful event. We are grateful for your time. We're grateful for your applications. We are grateful for your hard work. And we will continue to engage as YOTA with the youth. We will try to project the value that young people have and continue to support them in this way. Thank you, Ford Foundation. Thank you, Restless Development. And thank you to all the young people who have been involved on today's call. My name has been Nathan Analem, and we would bow out today with a very, very, very loud round of applause together. All right. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.